black wife with some black kids, black car and a black crib, black owned, black ran, black woman and black man. Bet on black, bet on black, bet on black, bet on black.
Folks, okay, I understand that it's the holidays. Y'all really tried your best to get your presents and also help those that are less fortunate. And we respect that here at Bet on Black. We do. But today I'm going to give you a treat to get through all of the holiday madness that you have suffered. Because when I had this guest on a month or two ago, I did say, I'm going to send you one of my plays and I want you to accurately and without holding back, rip it apart, because we need this to be ripped apart. So when we get it great, I can send it out. People invest in it. Black people get behind it. We make $1 billion. And we get those that think that stories like what we're going to do today should not be put out there, but then they realize it should be put out there. And by the way, when you guys see this, the powers that be, I am not changing a thing in it. It is the way it is structured. You are not going to turn my characters into something that they're not. I believe in authenticity, and we're going to keep it authentic. But before we get started, folks, let me introduce my guest. Her name is Jessica Tanner. She's called a script surgeon. I have not seen her in Scrubs yet, so we will get there soon. Very soon. I think she should take a picture but we'll discuss that off here. But Miss Jessica, please introduce yourself again, and then we're going to get into how she probably shook her head 17 times at what I wrote.
Hi, my name is Jessica Tanner, and I'm the owner and founder of the Right Script Consulting Services, where I help screenwriters before they send their screenplays out into the universe. And that could mean to an agent, to a contest, to a fellowship. Like, think of my service as that safe place where you can make a mistake before you send it to the industry.
Yes. And please go to therightscript.biz. Just book a consultation, 15 minutes. Maybe she get you right. Maybe she will get you somewhere where you weren't thinking. And then you go pay her real money and let her be a Black business right there on the screen. Black business. So let's get into it. Okay. So as some of you know, and most don't, I'm also a screenwriter when I'm not podcasting or slaving away on the plantation in the rat race. And that's one of my things I like to do in life that gives me joy. So this has been 5 years now that I've done this. I've written over 10 plus teleplays and screenplays. But this one I wrote, folks, came at a time when, being pro-Black was in and everybody wanted to see more Black stories. And I actually got the idea from Black Panther, even though it has nothing to do with that. But I think this story that we're going to discuss today, I think it's relevant for today, but it also capitalizes on what Hollywood wants right now. Because not to knock them, but we know Hollywood kind of lazy. They want things that are established, things that work, the same formula. I'm trying to be different, because you know how I like to say on the podcast, I'm not like other YouTubers. I'm different. So I said, let me create a world where, excuse me, it kind of does mirror what people like to go see, but we're going to take it to another level. And we're also going to take it to an area where they never expected us to go. So I sent it to Jessica over the weekend. I'm surprised she read it in 2 days, but she's going to give me my evaluation on it. And I promise, folks, when y'all see the video, I promise if I do cry, I'll walk off camera. Or if I do think that she's wrong on something, I'm going to be respectful and listen. I'm not going to be like one of these beta males out here and get the yelling on her, because she will cut off the camera quick and not refund me my money. But Miss Jessica, the floor is yours. So go ahead and give it to me straight.
I really thought that it started off on a high note because it starts off with Damon having that seizure. So it's like, oh, what's going on with him? Like, how long has he had this? He's not old. So this must be something that just happened, like either out of the blue or a few years ago, that's gotten worse over time. And we see how it's affecting Sharon, Kenny, and Paulina, but Paulina's really the person behind it who's doing things behind the scenes that they have no clue about. So it's like, okay, I'm trying to make him better. I'm trying to cure the world of injuries, but it's like you're using their melanin to do it. So it's kind of like, oh, it's kind of like a mixture of Get Out and then like Frankenstein also, because in a sense you're kind of playing God from a scientific standpoint. So it's like, oh wow.
Yes. And folks, for those who are a little confused on what she said about melanin, it is scientific fact that melatonin, the basically the chemical inside our body that makes us, gives us this and is responsible for helping you heal up. I don't say people of color. So all y'all that subscribe to that, y'all can go somewhere else with your life. Black folks, we have an increased amount of it in our body. So we tend to heal faster. And it also gives us enhanced ability. Yes, we're mutants, folks. Go ahead. I just gave white supremacy a new word to use on this. Shout out to them. But no, melatonin, or what we call melanin, we get it directly from an abundance of vitamin D, which is ironically what I called this play Vitamin D, because I wanted to throw people off. Because I actually got that idea from, how sometimes when you walk through cities and if it's like a big production and you see the sign saying we're going to film here, but sometimes they won't tell you the name of it because they don't want a whole bunch of people around. So I said, hey, let me call it Vitamin D, because I could have called it something sexy, but let's throw people off when I send it in. They're like, Vitamin D, what the hell is this? So yes, so that melanin does help us heal up and gives us extraordinary abilities. So Black people are the X-Men. So, shout out to us. But yes, continue.
Yeah, I think that you have a lot to work with when it comes to what Pauline is doing behind the scenes, like putting that agent in the food to change his blood and DNA. And now when he gets angry, the whole world literally feels it. And it could be something little like, oh, the store doesn't have the milk I want. Like, damn it. And then it's like earthquake. Mm-hmm. And that flashback worked well, but what if it got even worse? Like, what if, since they're in a grocery store, there's different aisles, there's different, products that could be seen as dangerous, heavy. Like, I think I mentioned in the coverage, where is it? Oh, what if a huge item ended up falling on top of an unsuspecting customer because of Damon's rage and caused that customer to have a major concussion? And Damon wouldn't even be aware at that moment. But after he finds out what Paulina's been doing, his mind would go back to that moment. And then he would be like, wait a minute, because of me, that person ended up getting a traumatic brain injury. And it could cause resentment towards Paulina. Like, you got me out here as a hazard. Now I can't even express my emotions without it looking like I'm going to hurt somebody or hurt the people around me, or even just cause major damage.
Mm-hmm. I actually, when you said that, I did have an idea, but that would be reserved for a rated R version of the movie. And I want to keep this PG-13. So
I get it.
I'm trying to figure out what would be heavy that could fall on somebody. Maybe an aisle.
Think of heavy objects they sell in grocery stores, like.
Well, they usually wouldn't keep it on top.
Yeah, not on top, but maybe
maybe the aisle falls on somebody.
Yeah, that could be even worse. Or if they have like boxes of items that just haven't been put away yet, it could be a
Mm,
huge box of just a new shipment of groceries or canned items, and it ends up falling on top of an unsuspecting person.
okay. So I will put that in there.
Also, let me see. Oh, I thought it was interesting that Kenny also cuts himself because that's a deep psychological issue. And I was
Mhm,
trying to figure out why is he cutting himself? Like, because people do that as a form of escapism to
mhm.
escape the internal or external pain that they're feeling. And he's either doing that because he's deeply disturbed about something or he doesn't have an outlet to voice his opinion or his emotions.
Yeah.
Does it have to do with like with his mother dying or
You know what? I was reading it back over this weekend. I realized I never gave him that.
oh,
Like
because I like the
I
fact
know
that
with
he's a cutter. That
Sharon,
works.
yeah, I know with Sharon, I made her thing anxiety. I just never
Yeah.
gave him a backstory. And I think that's why you wrote probably main reason why you wrote fear on the characters.
Yeah, that was mostly for Kenny because I was trying to figure out like why is he a
Yeah.
cutter? Like the fact that he's a cutter, that makes him more of an interesting and complex character because people who do that, they kind of present a different image to the outside world. Like, yeah, I'm okay, I'm normal. Then behind closed doors, they're
Yeah.
doing
I
this
think I'm gonna
thing
make
to
him a little bit more
themselves.
brash. I think that would
Yeah.
help because that would be like a defense mechanism.
Exactly. And he's already really blunt, especially with
Yeah.
Paulina, because he openly doesn't like her.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, oh, okay, you
Uh,
already don't
I
like
get
her.
thanks. Now I hear them coming. You hear them who's coming? They coming. All those chicks that wait for me or somebody that says something negative about y'all. I hear the horses coming. Go back over there. We gonna make y'all look good by the time this movie's over. Maybe. But yes, continue.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting that he was a cutter because there's so much to work with. Like, what trauma did he go through? Did he
Mhm.
ever go to counseling or therapy? Does Damon even know about his cutting? Because Paulina knows because she was saying, oh, you've been cutting yourself again, haven't you?
Yeah,
And it's like,
and
okay, does Damon even know?
I mentioned that with Damon later on when he found out everybody else had powers. That's when he found out that he was cutting. But I
Yeah, because
think I have
Damon
to
already
explain
has
that.
the epilepsy stuff. So it's like,
Right. Yeah.
And then also, oh, there is another thing. Like, this is kind of something that most people struggle with screenwriting. I
Mhm,
struggled with it, especially when I first started.
mhm,
Um, when it comes to like showing that a character is in pain or that this is too much for her to bear, show it through like body language, facial expressions, like nonverbal communication, because being a caretaker of anybody can be super draining. It can be hard, and people often think that, okay, the person with the illness or the ailment, they're suffering the most, but it's the family members suffering right along with them because they now have to be a caretaker to this person. And you could also consider Paulina's physical appearance in that moment. Think about like the emotional toll, and what if Paulina has let herself go? Like, she might have bags under her eyes, her hair might be unkept, and she might only have reduced her wardrobe to just scrubs at work and then just loungewear around the house. Like, I don't care, because it's like we have a diminished quality of life at this point, because when people have epilepsy, it can happen at any moment.
mhm.
It can happen like when they're at the grocery store, when they're walking down the street, when they're driving, when they're cooking. Like, I even had a best friend years ago. Her mom had epilepsy. And I remember it got to the point where she couldn't cook anymore, because it's like if you have another seizure and you're like over the stove, that could really kill you, especially if the burner's on. So it's a lot
Right.
of things like that where, okay, this person can't really do for themselves anymore. And how a terminal well, not really terminal. I don't know if epilepsy's terminal or not, but it's
No, it's
serious.
very
And
debilitating.
yeah, I don't know if it'll kill you, but it'll make it like, okay, you can't really do the usual things that people take for granted. Like, oh, I'm just going to cook like stir fry. Oh, I'm just going to cook this. It's like someone has to do it for you.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, cool. And again, we're talking with Miss Jessica Tanner, the script surgeon, and she's ripping my thing apart. So it's cool. I need this because, like I said, this story I believe can get. I think it can make $1 billion once it gets cleaned up. Because we have too many superhero movies out there, and I know that like there's another superhero movie, but the dimension that we're gonna go is a lot different. So diversity rules. So I just appealed to liberals. So go see this movie once I get it, set up and everything. But yes, continue.
Oh, and I also just had a question. So
Yes,
Damon
ma'am.
and Paulina, they're not married, right?
No.
They're just like long time, like boyfriend and girlfriend, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay. Is it because like Damon hasn't gotten over like the pain of losing his wife, or is it like he doesn't
Um,
fully trust her?
there's like I guess I have to express that. Yeah, there isn't like it basically she's the only one that really understood what he was really going through and had a solution for it.
Oh,
So yeah, I guess they connected on that level, but I know I gotta put that somewhere in there.
yeah, and maybe towards like the middle of the script. That way it would
Mhm.
give people more clarity. Like, oh, okay, so they obviously care about each other. It's not like there's no connection there, that there's no love there, but it's kind of like, wait a minute, they're not married. Because at first I thought they were until it was
Mhm.
revealed, like, oh, okay, they're just like I thought Paulina was the new wife.
Mhm. Yeah, no, nah. Nah, they're just like boyfriend, girlfriend.
Oh, okay. That actually works though, because it shows that there's something missing as to why he hasn't made that step. The only suggestion I would give at that point would just be like, come up with a reason that makes sense for why that he hasn't taken that step. And then once he finds out like what she's been doing to the food, then it's going to be like, okay, I don't even want you in the house, let alone
Right.
like around my children.
Right. Okay. I will do that. I'm actually reading along with you in what you sent me.
Oh, the notes. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm just trying to follow it as you're talking.
Let me
You
see.
when you said you were gonna send 8 to 10 pages, I was like, there's no way she could do this in 2 days. And she did it. I said, Mike, shut up.
It's Coverfly. Like Coverfly, that's kind of how their style is, where it's like 8 to 9 pages for the most part. So I
Mhm.
kind of learned how to do coverage from their model. And then when I had other internships, that's just kind of how I learned it. So it just stuck.
Yeah. So I saw your final comment and you were asking why Paulina wants to create a cure. I think I kind of explained
Yeah.
that, but it might have been a little confusing.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was because like maybe she lost somebody to a
Well,
traumatic industry,
yeah,
not
her
industry,
thing was
injury.
well, she was kind of, being a what we call it, like a good soldier for Henry, but also to cure herself of that mental illness she had. Because remember, I showed that she had like
Oh
the
yeah.
reflection. Yeah,
Yeah, where she would be like seeing like another image of herself, kind of like
right,
her own antagonist in
right,
her image.
right.
I was like, wow, that works well though. I don't think you should get rid of that part because
Oh
it
no,
shows the internal battle.
yeah, that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, that needs to stay there because it
Yeah,
shows like it's almost like a spiritual warfare because it's like, no, I'm trying to fight this like almost
inner demon. Yeah,
demonic person that's in my head.
exactly. Okay, I haven't left yet, so this is good. This is good. But yes.
And I thought the pacing worked well too. I didn't really have any issues with that because you didn't have any like crazy long, like block text or huge lines of
Oh,
dialogue.
listen,
So,
when Shannon ripped me up on
oh, the
Blood Rose,
professional
boy.
pin. Oh
Woo, when
no.
she ripped me up, blood,
I know she
oh
did.
my whole thing changed. Like the way I wrote stuff, I went back through everything. Like right now, I'm suffering from writer's block. Like I can't. There's a project that I want to do about Black cosplayers. I can't even function on that because I want to get this stuff done. Because I guess I messed up by doing too much at once.
Mhm.
So my brain is like, plus everything else in life. My brain is like I want to write it, but it's just like I don't have the motivation because I just keep going back to all the other stuff, and I'm like, I could change this. All right, I can eliminate
I could
this.
change that. I could
Right.
alter that.
Right. So I've been doing
Yeah.
that for everything. Because like I said, this year coming up, all I'm going to be really doing is pitching and maybe that Black class player thing. Like I already got people set up for it. So that's probably going to be the only thing I work on. Besides maybe the Warner Brothers thing, but we'll see how that goes. But I need to get all this stuff out there. One's got to work. There's got to be one.
Oh yeah.
I only need one. If I do one, I'd be happy. I could retire. I could say at least I did it. But I got plans. We got to make us look positive again.
Exactly. We need more of that.
Yeah. So.
We need just more stories that have more depth to them, more substance to them.
Well, you don't want to see another Candyman? You don't want to see that?
No.
You don't want to see another you don't want to see another corrupt black cop,
No.
Or another guy being the getaway car. Shout out to Ambulance that's coming out soon. You don't want that?
No, I mean, and even when I was in film school, and this is a white professor who even admitted this. He even said, unfortunately, Hollywood is an industry based on fear. That's why you see so many sequels of what was it? Fast and Furious. What was
The Conjuring.
9? Huh? Yeah, The
Conjuring.
Conjuring. And you see just so many
things. Shout out to Chucky.
He
it took him 30 years. He finally got a TV series. I still don't
understand.
I don't understand how the hell they're making that a series. But I can't get Jason. Now, Jason would be a great series.
Yeah.
You could start from him when he was getting bullied to when his mama, all that. That'd be fire. But they're not ready for that.
No, they're too scared. That's why they always go for, oh, okay, we know this will make us money. It's like people have seen it a million times, but they'll go see it because it's recognizable. It's like
I would like to add to it. I have a pilot for a Ghostbusters series. So Jason Reitman, holla at me. I send it over. But yes, but anything else that you have to rip up? Go ahead.
Let me see. I think there was one more thing. Oh,
there's always one more thing. There's always one more thing, folks.
I already mentioned it. It was just about Kenny being a cutter, but then also how you could elevate the conflict, because being a cutter is really dangerous because you could really pop a vein. You could.
Well, I did that at the end during that final fight. I did. He almost died there.
Yeah, and he might have to be rushed to the emergency room, and this was just a suggestion. You don't have to do it in this structure, but it could also shine a light, a negative light, on Damon and Paulina's household, because that could open up the door for social services to be like,
that's okay, for the sequel. You're going too far. That's for the sequel.
I am. Oh,
yeah. Okay. When they get to Florida, boy, you thought this was big. Wait till you get to Florida, boy.
Oh no.
I already got plans for that.
Yeah, because I was like, how social services, though, it only takes one minor thing to be like, wait a minute, what's going on in this household?
Right.
And then it might be like, oh, okay, maybe he has to take mandatory counseling sessions, but then it goes back to the adults. You didn't realize this was going on. What's going on with you guys? And then the whole thing with Paulina, and then with Damon and his epilepsy, they might deem the household unfit, but I don't want to get too ahead
Mhm. All right.
of myself with that.
So let me go back into this for 1 second. There was something. Where is it? Yeah. So you said yes.
For the conflict,
Yes.
yeah.
It was. Now, were those the only characters you got a problem with? Because I feel like fear might mean more than one.
No, I was really just talking about Kenny because I just
Okay.
had no idea why he was cutting. And that was just kind of like, I want to know the reason. The other characters, like with Sharon, her anxiety was pretty obvious. Like,
Mhm.
and then also you have to tie in with her being Damon's caretaker too. And that's her dad. So she's kind of now in a different role. She
Yeah.
can't really act as a carefree young person. So it's like, she's constantly on edge. So that made sense. And then
Yeah.
with Paulina having, that alter ego who
Mhm.
resembles her, kind of like this demonic spirit shows her mental illness. And then we already know about Damon's epilepsy.
Right. What did
So
you
Kenny
think of
was
the
kind of like the missing
what did you
piece.
think of the fight scene at the end?
I thought that worked. Like, let me pull it up. Hold on. The
Yeah.
fight scene at the end. There was a line of
Because
dialogue that I liked. Where
because
is it?
I know a lot of people when they do coverages, they have their own specific rules with fight scenes. Some people just want it action based. Some people want to mix,
I'm one
and
of
some
those
people just
people. I
don't know
like
what
it
the hell they
mixed.
talking about.
I like it mixed, because sometimes there can be dialogue in it
Yeah.
too, along with the action. Like, I would never say, like, never put dialogue in
Mhm.
an action sequence because it really depends on the structure of either the TV show or the movie.
Right.
So I think in this case, it was good that you had a mix, that it
Yeah.
wasn't just, oh, jab, jab, like just action, and we don't hear them
Well, you
saying,
saved that for the shooting script, right?
see, yeah.
Yeah. Because I was reading an article and somebody highlighted Charlie's Angels when I guess the middle chick, Drew Barrymore's character, she fought that dude, and he was like, "This is like one of the greatest action scenes ever written." But they were showing like every hit and the direction they were moving. I was like, "How the hell am I going to sit there and read this?" But I think it was a shooting script. But they like
Yeah,
they
shooting
like to trick.
script and just a spec, they're gonna look totally different.
Right.
That's why I tell people, like, especially if you're not the showrunner, it's kind of hard for you to put in the camera angles and all that in the beginning
Right.
because people get so married to it and they're like, oh, but I wanted this camera angle to be in there. It's like, look, when the producer and the director get a hold of it,
Yeah. It's out of your
it's gonna
hands.
look totally different.
Right. Now, were you upset that they took the white girl? Were you upset?
Not really.
Okay. Because I was contemplating getting rid of that. I didn't want to kill her
Oh,
off, but I was like, let me
I
give him
didn't
let
think
me give
that
him a
was a
little heart.
problem.
Let me give him a little heart. Because I did have him kind of be vicious at the end.
Yeah, you did, but I think that actually spoke to the nature of the story because think about it. I mean, the whole premise is that our melanin is being used
Yeah.
as this life-changing tool for the greater good, but it's like
Right.
we're guinea pigs in a lab.
Yeah. I think what I want to do though at the end, like the end, when it was revealed, I ain't giving away the twist because I don't want y'all stealing it, but I think I might have remember all the people in the beginning at the
Mhm.
lab? I might have them released and they have like broken abilities. So the head person sends all of them after the family.
Yeah,
So that sets up the sequel.
exactly.
Yeah. So
And I
I'm
think
gonna do that.
this actually works as a movie. I don't think it would work as well as a TV show. I think there's
Mhm.
just enough for a movie, and then there's even more to build off of in the sequel too.
Yeah, but let's how they say it, don't count your dollars before they're at the box office. Is that what
Oh
y'all say?
yeah.
Is that what y'all say?
I've heard people say that like once.
Uh, that's this is a weird world that I'm trying to get into.
Oh yeah, it's one of those things that's always evolving, but one thing that's never changed is that Hollywood is so based on fear. That's why I tell so many of my clients, like, if you have a web series that you want to create, don't even wait on Hollywood. Just
Yeah,
go
just
on and
produce
do
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just film it if you can. If you have to start with a small budget, that's fine. Go from there. I mean, look at Issa Rae. She started on YouTube with the Awkward Black Girl series, and now look.
Yeah. Issa Rae. We're not gonna talk about her today. You can
I
always
was
come.
talking about her from a professional standpoint.
Yeah, I know.
Like as
I
an
was
example.
no. I was gonna keep it professional, but this is Bet on Black. We keep it positive over here. If you want to come on Bet on Black, we could talk about that all day. But
Oh, is that a different podcast?
yes, this one is Bet on
Oh yeah,
Black
you
that I
have
have
two different ones.
right. This one is the positive. I spotlight Black creators and Black
Oh
businesses.
yeah.
Beyond Borders, I go in on everybody. Nobody's safe. No one is safe.
No one's safe.
No one is safe. Even I've given myself criticism too. So if you end up on Beyond Borders, you did something egregious, and you finna get talked to.
Oh my God.
Oh yes. Yeah, I spared.
Like,
I spared people.
Right.
I spared people last week because it was Christmas. I didn't want to ruin the Christmas holiday. But come Wednesday, my live stream, I'm gonna hurt feelings before the end of the year.
Oh, but we're about to go into the new year.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make sure get all your demons out now, because 2021 was a hell of a year, but 2022 is gonna be big. So if this works right, pre-production and all that, I can get it in there. I'm bringing you with me, right? You and Shannon, because I need people in the industry with that. So I want to bring you two with me because I got to navigate that thing, and I'm ignorant. I don't want to be that guy that just says yes just so I could get in. They'd be like, "Yo, listen, what are you doing? No.
Like, what are you doing? No. Like, wait, why'd you tell them yes?
Yes,
like...
we can get an extra 20. You gotta stop."
It's like, wait.
And like you that character was a perfect Black person. Do not let them change it to a mixed person. Don't you do that. Don't do it, because that will ruin the show.
Like, don't let them tell you that a Black man wouldn't react that way when you're a Black man.
Yeah, do not make him soft. And he is not to wear panties.
Yeah, or a dress.
Oh, never. No. That's one of my edicts.
Thing. Oh my God.
Oh, you want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. Black men, it's 2021. I get it. You look at Russell Westbrook and all these rappers. I get it.
Oh my God.
I get it. Brother.
No, I'm laughing because
listen, just because the Scottish people wear kilts does not mean you have to wear a dress. Because guess what? When they wear kilts, they have no underwear underneath. I bet a lot of people did not know this. They let their balls hang. And you need to let your balls hang, Black man. Pause. Do not do this in 2022. I will allow y'all at the minimum to wear y'all skinny jeans, because at least it's jeans, even though you look like you got that your sister's closet. But Black men, we need to go back to what we are. We are men. We do not wear dresses. We do not wear skirts. We do not wear blouses, even though Dave Chappelle made it funny as hell 18 years ago. We do not do this. Prince was a real man. He could pull your girl. But we have to go back to making sure that we are in our nice suits, we are in our fitted clothes, and we walk around with a sense of arrogance because we are great and we are men. I know she's probably looking at me. She's like, here we go. But yes, we have to be the example of masculinity for our youth. We have to be, for not just the boys, but also for the girls, because they got to see what a real man look like. So
When you
brothers,
mentioned Russell Westbrook, though, I was laughing
yeah,
because I didn't know
brother.
much about him until
Until you see the pictures.
until my boyfriend showed me the pictures because he was like, I can't stand Russell. And I was like, why not? Because I'm not like a sports head. My
Mhm.
mom is, and so is my boyfriend, but like I had no idea he dressed that way. And I looked, I was like, what in the world? He dresses like Cam Newton.
Yeah,
Like,
no, but brothers, we can't do this anymore. No more dresses, please. And you got a dress in your closet, give it to Salvation Army. There's a female out there that can use
oh
it.
my God.
There's somebody that can use it. Don't do this no more. Take your dresses. You know what y'all should do, brothers? Every brother that got a dress in his closet, y'all all need to meet up. Get a couple seamstress with you. Get a donation going, and y'all make quilts out of those dresses. And then y'all put the quilt up, right? And you show the whole world, we're not finna do this no more. And then you burn it. That's what I need the brothers to do in 2022. Do not do this no more.
I thought you were gonna say something different, like you make a quilt and then you just create a quilt.
Oh, we're not on our heal the world stuff. No. I need the brothers to burn this.
I thought you were gonna say that, and I was like, oh.
No, this got to be an effigy. Brothers got to burn this. Burn the quilt. And brothers, if you do see another black man wearing a dress, keep it moving. Do not give that man any type of praise. Don't give that man any type of criticism. Move on. There's other things in the world we got to worry about right now. We don't know what 2022 look like. We got to get prepared. All right. But that was my soapbox. So y'all got a little bit of Beyond Borders with Rose Gold and Kill Gravity. Go over there and subscribe. You'll get more. But back to Jessica, because this is her half of her show. And she basically nicely ripped me apart, which is okay because I need this. Shannon would be happy. I'll send this to her later after I edit it up real nice. We'll make it look good. And then come 2022, you might go on the internet and be like, oh, black superhero movie. And then you see it's a black person that wrote it. You're like, and then you look up the characters and they're actually black and they're not mixed. They're like,
wait a minute. And they're actually acting authentic.
Yes.
And they're not watered down.
Yes. And the dude is not wearing a dress.
Oh my gosh.
And if they do make if they do make my character wear a dress, it's not coming out.
There we go.
It's not coming out. I will produce it myself. That's why I'm trying to hit the lotto. But anyway, folks, this was fun. Thank you so much, Jessica. This was so much fun.
This is great.
Yes. So I will send you, well, I think you had the video too, right?
Oh yeah. Do I have to send you the recording?
No, I think I have it. I think it does it.
Oh. Well,
so
if I have it, I can still send it to you.
Yeah, so I would make a clip out of that last part. So people are like, what the hell were they talking about?
I know.
And then when I put it up, probably maybe Wednesday. I think, no, you know what? I'm gonna put it up Wednesday. And the recording will go up Friday. But yes, the video will be up Wednesday on the Kick Gravity Beyond channel. So y'all check in. Make sure you go to Jessica. If you know somebody that wants to screenwrite or writer or book, whatever, go see her. Let her rip it apart because it's only gonna make you better. And it's black business. So you know how that goes. Black business. Black business. Black business. Jesus. Because you got to tell people, you got to tell our folk 3 times before they get it. It's kind of like Candyman. You got to say 5 times and then, maybe they get it. Shout out to Candyman.
Candyman.
Okay, fine. Before we go, we got to talk about it. Actually, no, we're not going to talk about Candyman. I want your honest. Have you seen Harlem?
I haven't.
Very good.
No, because I just haven't, but
I'm saving you about 10 hours of your life.
Oh.
I will just say this. I called it the X-rated living single.
Really?
It is that bad. But Living Single was a great show. It was a great show. The first 2 seasons. But this show, this was somebody's fan service. I know everybody was circulating the barbershop clip, trying to make us look bad. You succeeded because People really think that's what we do in the barbershop.
I know.
But the scene that really made me upset was the gay woman walking around with the gay man, trying to get the gay man to get sex from a guy. She were trying to find a guy to have sex with.
Wait, say that again. What was the scene?
There's one of the girls.
Yeah.
Is gay.
Okay.
Or bisexual, whatever. She has a gay friend. No, is she straight? She might be straight. I don't remember. Anyway, she had a gay friend or some guy that's gay that she met. He talking about he want to find a blankety blank blank so he could, do what he want. These two fools ran around Harlem trying to find a guy for this guy. And I'm just sitting there looking at him like, are y'all really wrote this? Somebody really got into method to do this.
Wow.
And then they wonder why when other races say something about us, we get upset. When they're just taking examples of what we have already done and just throwing it back at us.
Things that make you go,
But then they got upset because people trashed it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And then I made a joke saying that this is wrong. But, it's the end of the year. I can cleanse myself on Friday. I said that this show, Megan Good, we're going to mess up and something going to happen to her on this karma. And, now she's getting divorced. So, I say he probably saw Harlem and he was probably, adjusting himself in the sofa. He probably was gripping his Bible real hard. And he said, nah, I got to go, son. I don't need this. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm saving you 10 hours. That and The Matrix. I'm saving you about 12 hours of your life.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. You want to watch something?
I was like, no, I just haven't seen it yet. You're like, no.
No, Matrix it's bad. Like, and then I found out that Keanu Reeves didn't even want to do it. I was like, it makes sense. He didn't even want to do it. Because I remember him saying years ago that it ended off the way it needed to end off.
Yeah, and so he probably thought, why are we bringing this up again?
Because it's, like you said, fear. Money.
Yeah, and it's safe.
And it's safe. Shout out to Spider-Man. They made $1 billion over the weekend. Shout out to them. It's the MCU on Team DC, but shout out to him. But anyway, I'm not going to trash Hollywood no more because I need to end. So we're going to go, folks. Jessica, thank you so much for ripping it apart. Now I know what to do.
Welcome.
The only thing I'm upset about this is I only have a PDF copy of it. So I'm going to have to go convert it now. Because for some reason, I don't have the final draft copy of it anywhere.
Oh, you don't have the final draft version of that? Wait, did you send me the final draft copy?
I sent you the PDF version.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, did I miss it?
I sent you the PDF. I did not. Yeah, none of my USBs have the actual version on it. I'm thinking it's probably on my old computer. Which I'm probably gonna have to boot up.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
Yeah, this is the pitfall you have when you have 3 computers. This one I'm on is brand new. This is this, ladies and gentlemen, when I'm famous, this is going to be in the museum. This is the first computer where I wrote the first screenplay on. So yeah, I don't even know if it still works. I haven't charged it up in like a year. You see how dusty
it's gonna be a symbol.
Might not even. It might be like, oh, now you back, my nigga.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you care about me now. You care about me now. But yeah, but again, Jessica, thank you so much for this. I need this.
You're welcome.
Yes. And just give out your information again, and then I gotta go head off to the plantation.
Sure. So you can find me on Instagram at Jessica_WriteScript. And you can also book a service with me if you want a free 15-minute consult, or if you want full script coverage, a log line audit, or formatting and proofreading, you can go to www.writescript.biz.
Cool. Quick question.
Mhm.
What'd you think of the log line? Do I have to change it?
Oh yeah, the log line's at the end. Let me go back down here.
That's a lot of scrolling.
Hold on. Wait, where did it? What page was it on again?
I was looking for it. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, wasn't it at the? Because I remember seeing it. Where's? I don't know.
Because it's not on the first page.
Let me go back up.
It's not on the second page.
Hey.
I see plot structure, character
What
development,
page it was on.
dialogue, pacing, conflict, theme, concept, final comments. Yeah, I didn't see it. That's why I was like,
Oh, it's on my other. It's in my other version of it. I can send it to you. What I wrote was I liked how it detailed just what's going on, like with Paulina and her motive, and just the overall greater good of what she's trying to do, but the obstacles that come into play when she tries to execute.
Okay, so I should change it.
No. I think you should keep it the way it is. I think the log line actually works.
Okay. All right, cool. Because I do want to send off a query letter just to see how it would take before the end of the year. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, do you have anybody in mind that you're sending it to?
Maybe I can ask you that. Should I send it to a producer, or agent, or manager?
If you send it to a manager, I think that would be your best bet, but you want to make sure that you research the manager and make sure that you know, like, the writers that are on his or her roster, like what types of writers does this manager represent?
Oh, they usually tell you what they're looking for.
Yeah, like are their stories similar, like genre or niche?
Well, yeah, it's after you pay your money and then they send you the rejection. That's when they find out, oh, we got something similar. I'm like, yeah.
And it's like, wait a minute, what?
How could you have something similar? Like when I sent that other story that I told you I was going to send, he's like, yeah, we currently have something about organ harvesting. I said, how? Ain't nobody touching this, but okay, whatever. Moving right along.
In all fairness, they probably do when they don't want to get sued.
I bet you it wasn't.
They probably, some of them do though. That's why they don't take like unsolicited.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people think, oh, they just don't like my story. It's not even that.
No, that I found out the hard way because I actually knew someone at APA and they told me like, yeah, a lot of times we keep getting the same thing, well, similar thing. So
yeah, and they don't want to get sued. Like I've had to tell clients this. They're like, they hated my script. I'm like, I guarantee you that's not what it was. They don't want to go to court. They don't want to get sued. They don't want you to come back like maybe 3 years later when they release a similar movie and you're like, they stole my idea. I sent them my script like on March 20th of 2021. And yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, folks, again, we're out of here now. Finally, because I got to go to work. So, Jessica, thank you again.
You're welcome.
Yes. And Black Business, y'all know how I give it up. Chef Boyardee on Twitter. Yeah. Kid Gravity Beyond on Instagram. Kid Gravity Beyond on YouTube. And we are gone. So take care, stay safe, wear your mask to get your supplies. And just remember, just because somebody hates your script, they might just hate it, but they're being nice about it when they tell you that they hate it. So, you know, there's something in there you got to change. Just listen to creative criticism and constructive criticism. You will go far in life. And if you don't, you will be like the two white guys from Trading Places in Coming to America looking for a handout and get back on their feet. So take care, stay safe. Happy holidays. Or if you don't celebrate the holidays, you know, be glad that you're alive. Peace.